live from Kizimkazi in Zanzibar. This is TBC News. Our top stories. President Samia stresses unity as the stage is set for Kizimkazi Festival 2026. Tanzania set to host Africa Engineering Week 2026. Its MICE excellence praised.
Friends, and the week that showcases the importance of engineering, not only to Africa, but to the rest of the world.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Caroline Maleo. You can also follow us live on our YouTube channel, TBC Online, and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and X pages at TBC Online. President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan urges Tanzanians to continue to uphold unity and continue to protect solidarity so as to promote national interest. President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan made these remarks in Zanzibar while visiting the Kisonge Maskani, which is a well-known social gathering place for members and supporters of the Chama cha Mapinduzi CCM in Zanzibar, reminding citizens that the nation's founding fathers worked hard to build the country so that all people could benefit together. Here's a story by John Matthias, read to you by Teddy Mpanyanga.
President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan arriving at the Kisonge Maskani. Addressing the citizens, President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan begins by emphasizing the need to maintain unity and solidarity.
We must remain united. We must be united, because if we become divided and fight among ourselves, we'll not be protecting our evolution. We would be betraying our ancestors. Therefore, we must remain united.
Furthermore, Dr. Samia outlines how the government continues to implement development projects.
Every time I come to Zanzibar, I see development. Every time I visit, I find something new and new things happening. Development is taking place and it is visible. But even on the mainland, we are making efforts. Me and my colleagues are working together to carry this country forward and take it to greater heights.
Then comes the call to maintain peace.
In protecting the peace and stability of our country, I commend the people of Zanzibar this year. We held an election and nobody was left out. We went through the process peacefully and with stability, knowing that we're all Zanzibarians.
Earlier, the chairman of the Kisonge Maskani, Juma Rajab, says that the major development projects implemented by the government greatly benefits the citizens.
The work you are doing is enormous, and we greatly commend you. Despite the challenges we face, we appreciate the significant steps you have taken. We are very happy, and we stand with you in strengthening and preserving the Chama cha Mapinduzi.
Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan is in Kizimkazi for the 2026 Kizimkazi Festival, where she's inspecting preparations, launching local development projects, and setting the stage for events culminating in the grand finale. Teddy Mpanyanga, TBC News.
2, 1, take. TBC One viewers, we are coming to you from Kizimkazi. This is me reminding you because the Kizimkazi Festival is happening here in Zanzibar this very week. And actually, everyone is in Zanzibar. I hope you're in Zanzibar as well. Let me go to the next story. The Vice President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Ambassador Dr. Emmanuel Nchimbi, says the government remains committed to continue to strengthen the country's education so as, to improve the learning facilities and infrastructure. Dr. Nchimbi made the remarks during the launch of a new girls' dormitory at Hasnu Makame Secondary School here in Kizimkazi, Zanzibar, urging the students to properly care, maintain, and safeguard the new facility. Rose Mirembe, who is also here in Kizimkazi, has more on the story.
It's the launch of the new dormitory, designed to accommodate more than 200 girl students at Hasnu Makame Secondary School as part of the activities to mark the Kizimkazi Festival 2026 here in Zanzibar. The Vice President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Emmanuel Nchimbi, officially inaugurates the dormitory by cutting the ribbon. Dr. Nchimbi then inspected the newly completed facility before joining other guests and students for the main ceremony.
Therefore, the government will continue to invest in projects aimed at improving and supporting the education of our children, ensuring that all schools have adequate infrastructures, qualified teachers, and sufficient learning materials. Our goal is to prepare young people with knowledge, skills, and ability to become self-reliant and contribute fully to development of our nation.
The new facility comes as the school seeks to address overcrowding in its previous dormitory, where students faced limited sleeping space and difficult living conditions.
It's so important to us because before, where there was no improvement of this settlement, there was difficulty to us in case of letting to school and in case of our health at all.
It's good because at the first time we have a challenge about this, but now we appreciate so much and we thank all of them.
The minister also highlights other education projects being implemented in schools across Zanzibar.
We have new construction of vocational center closer to Kizimkazi, where we'll have accommodation also for students. We have a new construction of G+2 building at Muyuni, which is closer here. Also, we will be a full package project with hostel, with staff house, and so on and so forth.
Aimed at improving learning environments and supporting the better academic performance among students.
Every single child in Zanzibar, they not just access education, but they have quality education, not access. They access in a quality learning environment that are inclusive, that is convenient for everyone according to their situation.
The dormitory has been constructed at a cost of 1.5 billion Tanzanian shillings and comprises of 12 rooms, with each room able to accommodate more than 20 students. I am Rosemary Mirembe, TBC, Zanzibar.
TBC News will continue to update you with all information regarding the Kizimkazi Festival, which will officially be officiated tomorrow from the 12th until the 14th of August 2026. Tanzania has been approved to host the 12th UNESCO African Engineering Week and the 10th African Engineering Conference, following satisfaction among international inspectors regarding the country's preparations and the security situations. Tanzania will host the 12th UNESCO African Engineering Week and the 10th African Engineering Conference from September 13th to 17th, 2026 at the Julius Nyerere Convention Center in Dar es Salaam. International inspectors approved the selection after confirming the nation's robust preparations and the security environment. Henry Mabumo has more on the story.
Speaking to the press prior to the signing of the agreement, the chairperson of an organization committee from the World Federation of Engineering Organization says that over 1,000 participants from around the world are expected to attend the fifth-day meeting to discuss innovation and explore how engineering can drive sustainable development across the African continent.
Conference and the week that showcases the importance of engineering, not only to Africa, but to the rest of the world. Without competent engineers, there is no solution to the world. There's no clean water, there's no energy, there's barely nothing. So competent and quality engineers is one of the aims of the Africa Engineering Week.
The president of the Institution of Engineering Tanzania, Engineer Hassan Mwaipopo, says Tanzania has been granted the honor to host the meeting due to its growing contribution to engineering development in Africa.
We have a delegation from the Federation of Africa, FAEO, who have come to inspect and check our preparedness. And they'll speak today saying is IET ready to host this major continental event? It's the 12th running, and the 12th one is being done in Tanzania for the first time, and to be in the month of September from the date of the 13th, Sunday.
Meanwhile, the chairperson of Local Organization Committee, Engineer Martin David, outlined that the program will feature a women engineering forum, a higher-level ministerial discussion, and youth activity. On the other end, the chairperson of Federation of African Engineering Organization Awards Committee says will be engineering awards aimed to recognize and celebrate engineering achievement across the Africa.
We are going to have a specific training which is for artificial intelligence. We are going to have the Women Forum that is going to start for the first half of the day, and the second half we are going to have technical discussions.
We give special awards and recognize those organizations, those partners that actually go with us during this journey as we go through the conference.
Furthermore, the event is expected to bring more than 500 women participants, and issues related to the leadership, innovation, and expand opportunity for women in engineering profession will be discussed. Henry Mabumo, TBC News.
Thank you so much, Henry Mabumo, for that report. TVC1 viewers, we are still here in Kizimkazi, where the Minister for Energy, Deogratias Ndejemi, says that Tanzania has made significant strides in the energy sector by strengthening the use of clean energy and making the use of energy as the national key priority area. He made the remarks while closing the Clean Energy Dialogue held here in Zanzibar, which brought together key stakeholders to discuss ways to accelerate access to clean energy and advancing sustainable energy solutions. I earlier on prepared the story here in Kizimkazi.
For many years, women in rural and urban communities have carried the greatest burden of traditional cooking methods, spending valuable time collecting firewood and using charcoal to prepare meals. But with increased government intervention and collaboration with development partners and the private sector, the country is witnessing a gradual shift towards cleaner and more efficient cooking solutions. The government is strengthening the production and distribution of clean cooking technologies with the goal of making them more accessible and affordable to more Tanzanians.
When we talk about the clean cooking energy agenda, it is important to recognize the commitment of our Excellence President Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan to making clean cooking a national priority and positioning Tanzania as a leader in this area, both within the country and beyond its borders.
The Clean Energy Dialogue brings together the government, private sector, development partners, and other stakeholders to discuss practical ways to accelerate access to clean energy and ensuring that more households benefit from the transition. For advocates of clean cooking, the transformation is not only about energy, it is also about improving the quality of life for women, protecting the environment, and creating opportunities for communities.
Hivyo hatua za haraka zinahitajika katika kulinda misitu yetu ikiwemo ya Kisiwa Panza, wilaya Mkoani na Kusini Pemba. Kwa kuzingatia uhitaji huo, mwaka 2024 MIF kwa kushirikiana na serikali na kamati ya mazingira ya Kisiwa Panza ilitekeleza mpango wa kugawa mitungi ya gesi kwa kaya zote 789 za kisiwa hicho. Aidha, kaya nyingine 159 kutoka maeneo ya Pemba zilinufaika.
The shift to clean energy is also being driven by environmental concerns, as continued dependency on firewood contributes to deforestation and puts pressure on the country's natural resources.
A woman spends a significant amount of time searching for firewood to cook for her family. As the result, she can spend up to 7 hours away from home searching for firewood before returning to prepare the food and put it on the table. Economically, this reduces women's productivity and limits the time they could otherwise spend on productive activities.
Another critical issue remains the cost and accessibility of clean cooking solutions, with stakeholders calling for affordable options that can reach households across the country.
One of the major challenges is affordability. At the moment, the biggest challenge people are facing is their ability to afford clean cooking energy. Therefore, we need to ensure affordability and availability, while also providing more education to citizens.
In Zanzibar, the clean energy agenda is equally linked to protecting natural resources and preserving the environment for future generations. Meanwhile, development partners and financial institutions continue to support the initiative aimed at expanding access to clean energy across Tanzania.
We collaborate with other institutions locally and internationally to support in terms of building affordable energy infrastructure, so power, roads, ports.
With clean cooking now firmly positioning the country on the national development agenda, Tanzania is working towards a future where preparing a meal no longer comes at a cost of people's health, women's time, or the country's natural resources. Reporting from Kizimkazi, Caroline Maleo, TBC News. All eyes are here in Kizimkazi, where we're looking forward to the Kizimkazi Festival 2026. And on to the next story. The U.S. Chargé d'Affaires in Tanzania, Andrew Lentz, says that ongoing expert dialogue between Tanzania and the United States is essential to advance the key bilateral priorities and to facilitate implementation of major strategic projects, including those involving critical minerals, energy, health, investment, and many other sectors. Here are more details.
He made the remarks when he met and held talks with the Minister of Finance, Ambassador Hamis Musa Omar, in Dar es Salaam, highlighting the importance of continued technical dialogue and government-to-government cooperation in addressing areas of strategic significance, including the development of the liquefied natural gas LNG sector.
It lays a path over 5 years that we invest our $1.36 billion, heavily in the first 2.5 years, and then it starts dropping down toward year 5. And it's an inverse curve for your government. That by 2030, you're able to absorb the cost of commodities. You're able to absorb the frontline health workers into the system. That you have a sustainable, self-supporting health system.
On the other hand, the Minister of Finance, Ambassador Hamis Musa Omar, says there is a significant opportunity to share experiences on how the two governments can strengthen economic, financial, and technical cooperation. He acknowledges the ongoing efforts by experts from both sides to bolster financial systems, such as the development of the government securities market, citing these initiatives as examples of technical collaboration capable of delivering long-term benefits to Tanzania's economy.
Between then and now, we also had that you already signed MOU on health with Tanzania. So maybe if there is anything that we can hear more about this MOU as well, I would like to hear from you. But otherwise, once again, welcome.
Overall, the meeting demonstrated the commitment of both Tanzania and the United States to fostering close cooperation in strategic areas, with a strong emphasis on boosting investment, building local capacity, and ensuring that the partnership yields positive, sustainable outcomes for the people.
And on to the next story. The German government has announced partnership with the East African Community EAC to launch a €5 million artificial intelligence research network that is aimed at building the capacity of 50,000 young people and developing a strategy for East African Community for the 2025-2026 period. Germany also pledges to shift its approach towards leveraging artificial intelligence for economic growth, while emphasizing the need to find a solution to the challenge that is posed by Ebola.
Ebola challenge track. It shows how student engagement and applied research can translate into real solutions for pressing public health challenges. And this is really what we mean by development cooperation: practical, collaborative, and focused on impact.
On the other hand, the Executive Secretary of the East African Community, Dr. Caroline Asilamwe, says the competition will utilize recognized languages and focus on critical issues, including health challenges related to Ebola.
Kiswahili is an important language for discussing regional issues. We cannot find lasting solutions without taking African languages into account. It is impossible to advance technology while overlooking the role of language. We must have data and digital content that utilizes our African languages so that our people, especially in East Africa, can better understand development and appreciate the importance of regional integration.
We are also launching today the second edition of the AI for EAC Innovation Challenge, which will expand AI training and innovation opportunities to thousands of young people, researchers, and entrepreneurs across all the eight countries of EAC partner states, enabling them to develop practical solutions to regional challenges and participate in the digital economy.
TBC One viewers, tomorrow Zanzibar comes alive with the Kizimkazi Festival. And of course, we're here to bring you the news direct from the Kizimkazi area, a festival that actually brings together culture, music, food, and the rich heritage of the Kiswahili people. But beyond the excitement of the festival, there lies a deeper story. Zanzibar is widely regarded as one of the places where Swahili language and Swahili culture can be experienced in its most authentic form, from the language that is actually spoken in the streets to the food prepared in the homes, the music that carries generation and stories, and the traditions that continue to shape everyday's life. And as the island prepares to welcome the Kizimkazi Festival from tomorrow, my colleague Teddy Mpranyanga explores what makes Zanzibar such an important part of the Swahili story.
Tanzania wangu ni muungano wetu na tofauti zetu zisibadilike tu.
As Zanzibar prepares to host the Kizimkazi Festival, attention is once again turning to the islands that have long been regarded as the heart of Swahili culture. For centuries, Zanzibar has been a meeting point of people, traditions, trade, and ideas, shaping a unique cultural identity that continues to define the Swahili coast. From the historic streets of Stone Town to the fishing villages of the south, the islands offer a living experience of Swahili heritage through language, architecture, music, cuisine, and hospitality. Many visitors describe Zanzibar as the best place to experience authentic Swahili culture, where centuries old traditions are preserved while embracing modern influences. The aroma of spiced dishes, the sound of taarab music, and the warmth of people telling a story that is uniquely Tanzanian. As thousands prepare to gather for the Kizimkazi Festival tomorrow, the event serves as a reminder of Zanzibar's role in promoting cultural tourism, strengthening national unity, and showcasing Tanzania's rich heritage to the world. Teddy Mpranyanga, TBC News.
Tanzania wangu ni muungano wetu na tofauti zetu zisibadilike tu.
And now, before we conclude the local news for tonight, let's take a look at the exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. And now for the sports news, let's join my colleague Nasser Kingu, who is in Dar es Salaam Mikocheni studio for the sports news. Nasser Kingu, it's your time.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Caroline Maleo, who was actually coming live from Kizimkazi in Zanzibar. My name is Nasser Kingu, right here in at Mikocheni in Dar es Salaam. Well, in sports news, Simba Sports Club head coach Steve Baker says his team is well prepared to play against young Africans in the Community Shield match to be played tomorrow at New Amani Complex in Zanzibar. Speaking ahead of the match, Coach Baker noted that their pre-season build-up and friendly matches have successfully delivered the needed match fitness and technical sharpness, hoping that the players will execute them and win the game.
We've earned the right to be playing for the Community Shield, and we're very well prepared, very determined to start the season on a positive note. It's an early opportunity and a trophy on offer that we have a big desire to win. Simba Sports Club is a club that challenges to win trophies, and tomorrow provides us an opportunity to once again challenge and win.
Community Shield match between Simba Sports Club and Young Africans signals the opening of the new season 2026-2027 Tanzania Premier League. Star musician from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Awilo Longomba, has arrived in the country, ready to perform at the Women Initiative Festival, which will take place in Dar es Salaam on August 22nd. Speaking upon his arrival at Julius Nyerere International Airport in Dar es Salaam, Longomba said he is in the country to support women's empowerment movements and to deliver energetic techno-sukus entertainment.
To support already named Mwanamke Initiative Foundation and the Foundation Gala. This is a very, very important cause because I gave girls the opportunity to get vocation training, and build a better future for themselves. I'm honored to be part of this initiative, and I look forward to perform and supporting the wonderful cause at the Dome on the 22nd.
There is the man himself, Awilo Longomba, and that's the sports news. Before we conclude the news bulletin for tonight, let's take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
Hello, dear viewer. Welcome again to the next 24 hours forecast, starting tonight at 9 p.m. I'm Ramadan Omari from Tanzania Meteorological Authority. Dry condition with cool temperatures expected to persist over most part of our country for tonight. Over the coastal areas, minimum temperature are expected to be between 20 degrees Celsius up to 23 degrees Celsius. Areas along Lake Victoria Basin, minimum temperatures are expected to be between 17 up to 20 degrees Celsius. And the lowest minimum temperature is expected to be 80 degrees Celsius in Njombe region, followed by 10 degrees Celsius over Mbeya region. And in terms of wind patterns, we're expecting wind to flow at a speed of 30 kilometers per hour over the coastal areas. And the state of the sea is expected to be moderate. Over Lake Victoria, Lake Tanganyika, and Lake Rukwa, wind speed is expected to reach 30 kilometers per hour. While over Lake Nyasa, wind speed is expected to reach 20 kilometers per hour. And the state of the lakes is expected to be slightly to moderate. And tomorrow, most part of our country are expected to feature patriarchal condition and sun periods. And now, let's have a look on the next further forecast over some regions of our country. In Dar es Salaam, we are expecting patriarchal condition and light rain over a few areas. Over Dodoma, minimum temperature is expected to be 12 to 14 degrees Celsius. Over Mbeya, minimum temperature is expected to be 5 to 7 degrees Celsius. In the Mwanza region, minimum temperature is expected to be 11 up to 14 degrees Celsius. Over Kilimanjaro, minimum temperature is expected to be 13 to 15 degrees Celsius. Over Morogoro, we are expecting particular condition, light rain over a few areas and sun periods. And over Arusha, minimum temperature is expected to be 9 to 11 degrees Celsius. And that is all for today. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
And that's the weather forecast. Back to you, Carol Maleo at Kizimkazi in Zanzibar.
TBC1 viewers, as the Kizimkazi festivals will begin from tomorrow, the 12th to the 14th of 2026 of August, all the celebrations will be here. And of course, TBC News will continue to update you with all the information regarding this year's festival. Here we're saying Kizimkazi kumenoga, shangwe na fursa. And on that note, we are ending TBC News for tonight. I was your host, Caroline Maleo. On behalf of the whole team, goodbye.